Prophet's Biography, Lesson 86, Birth and Childhood. The paternal and maternal ancestry of the Prophet, peace be upon him. He is our most honourable Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the most honourable of all mankind and the seal of the prophets and messengers. He is the son of Abdullah, son of Abdul Muttalib, son of Hashim, son of Abd Manaf, son of Qusay, son of Hakim, son of Murrah, son of Ka'ab, son of Lu'ay, son of Ghalib, son of Fihr, son of Malik, son of An-Nadr, son of Kinana, son of Khuzaymah, son of Mudrika, son of Elias, son of Mudar, son of Nizar, son of Ma'ad, son of Adnan. This is the ancestry agreed upon. It was also agreed upon that the noble ancestry of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, can be traced back to Prophet Ismail, that is Ishmael, peace be upon him, son of Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him. However, the ancestral relationship between Adnan and the Prophet Ismail, peace be upon him, was not properly verified. The grandfather of the Prophet, peace be upon him, is Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim. He was an elderly man who was held in great reverence in the tribe of Quraysh. He was respected and was consulted and referred to in grave matters. His mother is Amina, daughter of Wahb, son of Abd Manaf, son of Zuhra, son of Hakim, son of Murrah, who is the fifth grandfather of the Prophet, peace be upon him, on his father's side. Therefore, one knows that the Prophet's father and the mother have the same origin, as they share Hakim, son of Murrah, who was also called Kilab, as a common grandfather, and that the second maternal grandfather of the Prophet, Abd Manaf, son of Zuhra, is not the same person as Abd Manaf, son of Qusay, his third paternal grandfather. Among their grandfathers is Fihr, who is the one called Quraysh. He is the 10th grandparent of the Prophet, peace be upon him, from whom the whole tribe of Quraysh branched. Several tribes were branched and called after him. Among them is the tribe of Banu Abd Manaf, the third grandfather of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Thus the Prophet, peace be upon him, is a genuine Qurayshi, and Qurayshis were always known for their honor and prestige among the Arabs. All his paternal and maternal grandparents were honorable men. His grandparents and their wives were all legally married according to the Arabic tradition. Thus, his ancestry had no trace of adultery. He, peace be upon him, is a chaste one from chaste parents, praise be to Allah. His birth, peace be upon him. At the age of 18, Abdullah, the Prophet's father, married Amina, daughter of Wahb, son of Abd Manaf, son of Zuhra, son of Hakim. At that time she was one of the noblest and well-bred women in Quraysh. After they were wed, she became pregnant and he travelled on business to Syria. He died in Yathrib, al-Medina, on his way back, and was buried there with his uncles Banu Hadi ibn Najjar. At that time, Amina was 2 months pregnant. The Prophet's father died and left nothing but 5 camels and his bondmaid, Ayman. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born in Mecca on the 12th of Rabi al-Awwal in the elephant year, 571 years after the birth of Isa, Jesus, peace be upon him, the son of Maryam, Mary. This was the same year in which the Abyssinian king Abraha attacked Mecca with an army advanced by elephants in order to destroy Al-Kaaba. But Allah destroyed them. His birth was in his uncle's Abu Talib's house, in the mountain pass of Banu Hashim, where their houses were centered. His grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, called him Muhammad. This name was not familiar among the Arabs of that time, but Allah inspired him to do so, conforming to what came in the Torah, bearing the good tidings of a prophet after Isa, peace be upon him, having this noble name. The features of the coming prophet, as stated in the Torah, are precisely found in Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, either in his name or in a phrase referring to his name. He, peace be upon him, was called Ahmad as well as Muhammad. Isa, peace be upon him, also foretold about the coming of a prophet called Ahmad. His midwife was called Ashifa, the mother of Abdurrahman ibn Auf, and his nanny was Ayman, Baraka the Abyssinian, who was also his father's bondmaid. It was narrated that he, peace be upon him, was born circumcised, yet it was also narrated that his grandfather circumcised him on his 7th day, the same day when he named him. His infancy, peace be upon him. His mother suckled him after his birth. Then he was suckled by Thuwayba, the bondmaid of his uncle Abu Lahab, for some time. Then came to Makkah some Bedouin wet nurses, searching for newly born babies to suckle in return for money. It was the custom among the noble of Arabs at that time to leave their infants to Bedouin women during the suckling period, in order to be brought up on nobility, gallantry, and firm will. Among these wet nurses, Halima bint Abu Du'aib as-Sa'diyah was chosen. She was a woman from Banu Sa'ad ibn Bakr, from the tribe of Huwazin, who lived in the desert near Makkah. She took him with her after consulting her husband Abu Kabsha, who hoped that God would bless them for the sake of this child. Allah answered his prayers. They became well off. Her breasts overflowed with milk, while before she could hardly feed her own baby, their camels' udders became full, and the family drank from its milk to their fill. And after they reached their land, their sheep used to return to them satisfied and plentiful in milk, although their land was barren that year. They lived prosperously during the period of the Prophet's stay with them. At the age of 2, Halima weaned him, peace be upon him, and took him to his grandfather and his mother, asking for their permission to keep the young Muhammad, peace be upon him, with her, and they gave her the permission. The incident of cleaving the Prophet's chest. A few months after his return with Halima from Makkah to the houses of Banu Sa'ad, 2 angels descended to cleave and purify the Prophet's chest. They found the young Muhammad, peace be upon him, with his foster brother in the back of the houses, where they laid him down, clove open his chest. They purified it to be immune from the effects of Satan, and reclosed it. This process was done without a knife or any kind of tools, but was a supernatural event. His foster brother ran to his mother, Halima, to tell her what happened. So she ran together with her husband to check out the incident. They found Muhammad, peace be upon him, pale with fear, so they attended the stunned boy, peace be upon him, till he was reassured and reiterated to them what had happened. This incident caused Halima and her husband to worry about the young boys, peace be upon him. What concerned her more was a group of Abyssinian Christians who saw Muhammad, peace be upon him, with her one time and asked her if she can let them take the young kid back to their king. Therefore she returned to the Prophet's mother and told her what went on, and she ended up leaving the young Prophet, peace be upon him, although Halima was so keen on keeping him with her. His mother's and his grandfather's death, and then his uncle's custody. After Halima returned Muhammad, peace be upon him, to his mother, and at that time he was 4 years old, he stayed with his mother and his grandfather Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim in Makkah under the care of Allah. Then his mother travelled with him to Yathrib in order to visit his uncles of Banu Adi ibn Najjar. But she died on the way back to Makkah near Yathrib and was buried there. His nanny Ayman returned back to Makkah, and Muhammad, peace be upon him, was at that time 6 years old. His grandfather Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim took great care of him. His care and kindness were excessive till he died when the Prophet was 8 years old. His grandfather used to entrust his uncle Abu Talib to take care of him. When Abdul Muttalib died, the Prophet, peace be upon him, became in his uncle's custody, where he was growing up on good manners, far from the trivialities which was the usual concern of young boys of his age. Abu Talib lived prosperously for the length of the Prophet's stay under his custody and among his children.